Hello everyone, what is up? Hope you all are doing good and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I would like to say welcome back to my world of physics. So today we are going to continue with our lecture 2 of light and we are going to focus on spherical mirror. So let's dive in. Now spherical mirrors are of two types, convex and concave. The word con is highlighted as red because con means curve, whereas vex means outward. So con means curve and cave means inwards. So convex means curved outwards, whereas concave means curved inwards. So if the outer surface is reflecting of a mirror, it is a convex mirror. Whereas the inner surface is reflecting, we call it as a concave mirror. If I have a sphere and if I cut this sphere into two parts, now this is a hemisphere, and if the outer surface of the sphere is reflecting, we call it as convex, and if inner surface of the sphere is reflecting, we call it as concave. So hint for y'all is we go inside the cave. So cave matlab inner side, inside. So if inner side is reflecting, concave, and if the outer side is reflecting, convex. Now moving ahead, we are going to focus on some common terms which we'll be using in spherical mirrors. So the very first common term is center of curvature. So this is a transparent sphere and the center of this is known as center of the sphere. And from this sphere we make mirror. That is why we say the center of curvature of the mirror is the center of the sphere of which the mirror is a part. The center of curvature of a mirror is the center of the sphere of which mirror is a part. तो वह स्पीयर का सेंटर जिसका मिरर एक पार्ट है उसे सेंटर ऑफ कर्वेचर कहते हैं. नेक्स्ट इज पोल. सेंटर ऑफ द मिरर सरफेस का जो सेंटर है उसे पोल कहते हैं. So usually students get confused with this, like now of this sphere, the center of this sphere will be known as center of curvature, which is inside, whereas the center point of this mirror surface is known as pole. Moving ahead, the next one is principal axis, the line joining both these points. So we say it is a straight line which is imaginary. So we say a straight line or an imaginary line passing through the pole of the mirror and center of curvature is known as principal axis. So the straight line or an imaginary line passing through the pole as well as the center of the curvature is known as principal axis. Next, radius of curvature. Like in the first definition, if you will replace center with the radius, you'll get the definition for radius of curvature. So the radius of curvature is nothing but the radius of the sphere of which mirror is a part. So we say the radius of curvature of a mirror is the radius of the sphere of which mirror is a part. Moving ahead, we are going to focus on the very important part, that is principal focus. As we all know, concave mirror is a converging mirror, means all the rays which are parallel to the principal axis. Once they fall on the mirror, we saw they meet at a point. So whenever they meet at a point on principal axis, that point is known as principal focus. So in concave, as they really meet at a point, we call it as a real focus. Whereas in convex, if the rays fall on the mirror, they diverge. So the parallel rays, if they fall on the mirror, they diverge. But they diverge in such a way that if you extend them backward, they appear to be coming from a point. So this is the focus point or focal point for convex mirror. As they are not really meeting, we are imagining that they meet, and they are imagined to be meeting at a point. We call it as virtual focus. So it is defined as a convex mirror. The reflected rays do not meet at any point, but they appear to come from a point F on the principal axis behind the mirror. This point is called the focus of convex mirror. तो जैसे कि आप देख सकते हैं, तो पैरेलल रेस जब कॉनकेव मिरर पर गिरती है, वह एक पॉइंट पर मिलती है। वह पॉइंट प्रिंसिपल एक्सिस पे है, एंड उस पॉइंट को प्रिंसिपल फोकस कहा जाता है। सिमिलरली कॉन्वेक्स की जो किरणें हैं वह मिलती नहीं है, बट वह ऐसे अपीयर होती है कि वह एक पॉइंट से आई। They appear to come from one point. They are not actually coming, but they appear to come from a point. So that point is known as principal focus, and it is imaginary. We are imagining they coming from there. That is why we say it has a virtual focus. So concave is having real focus, whereas convex is having virtual focus. Now, next, and the very important point which we'll be using in the numericals also, is focal length. So, the distance between the pole and the focus, matlab the distance between P and F. The distance between P and F is known as focal length. And one more fact or one more point to remember is focal length is half of the radius of curvature. You can see PF and FC looks equal, and PF is half of CP. CP is the radius of curvature and PF is half of it. So we say PF, yeah, focal length is half of radius of curvature. That is total R. So we can get a equation or a small formula, that is R is 2F, yeah, F is R upon 2. So R is 2F और F is R upon 2. जैसा हम देख सकते हैं, फोकस एंड पोल के बीच में जो डिस्टेंस है उसे हम फोकल लेंथ कहते हैं, और जो स्मॉल एफ से रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं। एंड ये फोकल लेंथ रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर के आधा होता है। तो ये रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर को दो इक्वल पार्ट में डिवाइड करता है। दैट इज वाई, इसलिए हमें इक्वेशन मिलता है R is 2F, मतलब रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर is 2 times focal length, whereas focal length is half of radius of curvature. So these are few important terms of spherical mirror which we'll be using in the ray diagrams as well as the numericals. So you have to be familiar with all of these terms because we'll be using this more frequently. Now we are going to see what are the uses of spherical mirror. So to start with, we are going to see what are the uses of concave mirror. So very first use, concave mirror is used in torches, floodlights, searchlights, and vehicle headlights. So searchlight or torch looks like this. Whereas the second use, it is used as a shaving mirror. Usually in models, you find a extra mirror in front of a plain mirror, a round mirror, or we can say it is a spherical mirror in which your face is magnified. आपका चेहरा इसमें बड़ा दिखता है। इस मिरर को कहते हैं शेविंग मिरर बिकॉज इसका पर्पस है फॉर शेविंग। मूविंग अहेड, द मिरर यूज्ड बाय डेंटिस्ट। सो डेंटिस्ट के पास एक मिरर आपने देखा होगा। दिस मिरर इज द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ कॉनकेव मिरर। यहाँ पर आपका दांत मैग्नीफाई होकर दिखता है एंड कैविटी बहुत क्लियरली दिखाई देती है। So dentists use concave mirror because it gives magnified image of your tooth. Next, moving ahead, is solar furnaces. तो कुछ इस तरह solar furnace दिखता है, and you can see all the rays which will fall will be focused at one point. That is why concave surfaces are used, or concave mirrors are used for solar furnaces. Then, doctor's head mirror. So during surgeries, whenever doctor has to focus on a point, they usually use a head mirror, and this is doctor's head mirror to like concentrate the light beam at single point. Now, convex mirror, like there are n number, but we can classify those uses into two simple uses. One is the side mirror of any vehicle, like side mirror of the car or side mirror of any two-wheeler bike, scooty. Whereas, secondly, these mirrors you must have seen in parking lots, as well as sharp turns, as well as in the shopping stores. So this is a safety mirror which is generally used to cover wider area. So this is also a convex mirror. Thank you.